broadcasting?
No, it starts recording as soon as you start.
Okay, so
it's easier not to have to edit, but
7,
it's okay.
6, 5.
Good evening and welcome to TrueWind Tuesday. Thanks for joining us again. This is our third TrueWind Tuesday webcast, and we've been having lots of fun. We had Cozy Sheridan and T.R. Ritchie as our guinea pigs when we first started, and last week we had Jay Howlett, and this week our guest is Steve Kritzer. So we're excited to have our friends and our wonderful songwriters join us in our dining room, actually. To bring the house concert experience to you over the internet and right on Facebook. So hopefully those of you watching on Facebook are sharing with your friends and letting them know how to watch. So we're going to start out with a song and then we'll bring Steve up.
Sitting here beside me, silence on the swing, the same way that you used to back when you were only 10. Now your tears are slowly falling. I know he broke your heart. My words, they don't come easy, but here's a start. Tell me what makes a man in your eyes. You're headed for a life that's full of lies. Forget the money and the house upon the hill. Forget the fast cars, they won't drive away the chill. Look into his heart far as you can. That's where you'll find what makes a man. You took your childhood fantasies, you packed them all away. Your life was so much simpler back when I was not so great. I could bandage up your knees and dry your tears before they start. I can't stop the tick of time, but I can't fix your heart. Tell me what makes a man in your eyes. You're headed for a life that's full of lies. Forget the money and the house upon the hill. Forget the fast cars, they won't drive away the chill. Look into his heart far as you can. That's where you'll find what makes a man. If he offers you the stars, remember they're not his to sell. Listen to my words and darling, ask yourself, what makes a man in your eyes? You're headed for a life that's full of lies. Forget the money and the house upon the hill. Forget the fast cars, they won't drive away the chill. Look into his heart far as you can. That's where you'll find what makes a man. That's where you'll find what makes a man.
It's kind of the time to think about what's really important in life, and it's kind of what we've been doing lately.
That's right.
And
you heard our live studio audience. there's about 12 rows of bleachers right on the other side of the camera that are going up there. So there's 250 people sitting right up there.
Yeah, we've decided to simplify things. So. We had to put in the bleachers to do it.
We had to put them in ourselves.
But it's all good. It's all good. So we're excited to have Steve Kritzer with us this evening. Come on up, Steve. And songs that really make you think about what's in your life, and songs that just make you feel are kind of all about what we're doing here, and what TrueWind Music is all about is highlighting songwriters that are creating really soul-searching songs. And you said to me the other day, you did.
I said
we were talking about songwriting, and that it's not our job as songwriters to tell you what you should feel, but
yeah,
it's
what we do is tell you how we feel about something, and hopefully that identifies and it's the same as everybody else.
And you can know that you're not alone in that feeling.
Yeah.
So our friend Steve is a master at that.
He's very good.
We're happy
He's
to
very
have
good
him
at
here.
it.
Absolutely. So what's going on in your life?
Other than a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old.
I have a 3-year-old. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a slow learner, but Sammy is amazing, and she's teaching me things every day. And I hope in between doing stuff with her, I'm going to get a new CD out this year.
Yeah,
great.
awesome.
Hopefully by the end of the year. I've got a whole bunch of songs. I just don't have a lot of time and quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet would be a premium.
To record.
That's it.
But a lot of new stuff coming out, and this is a neat time of year.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
Good. All right. Let's hear some of those songs.
Steve Kritzer.
Thanks, Steve.
So many of these are inspired, of course, by the new experience of having a child in my life, and it's amazing. Just think about this gift you get when that happens. Sometimes the only way to look is up when you're empty and alone. Then an angel comes and fills your cup, makes your little house a home. Well, angels find you in the darkest place when you feel you lost your way. A newborn baby or a stranger's face takes your fear away. It's here to stay. When love comes down, when love comes down, when love comes down to stay. Sometimes a miracle is hard to find till it spins your world around. You can't touch one heart or all mankind turns you upside down. Faith is found when love comes down. When love comes down. When love comes down to stay. Love can't be lost. It can only be found, so they say. Each time you find love, you feel like you got to give it away, give it away. When love comes down, when love comes down, when love comes down to stay. When love comes down, when love comes down, and love came down to stay. Switch gears here. And this time of year seems to inspire not only Christmassy kind of songs about love, Hanukkah. Celebrate them all. It's worth celebrating them all. There's one song that I'm sort of famous for, especially seems in Ireland. I don't know why, but they love this song. It's probably my weirdest song. Maybe that's why they like it. And it's taken from a true story about an event that did happen right around this time of year a lot of years ago. It was a newspaper article somebody had sent me about a couple that an elderly couple that had been driving through the Sierras, and there was a big blizzard that year. They got caught in the blizzard and their car got buried, and they didn't find them for about a week. When they finally dug them out and found their car, they were huddled together in the back seat. Of course, they didn't survive, which is the sad part. But they found them holding hands, and they had been writing love notes to each other. And that's what made this song kind of get born with a Nashville songwriter and a guy named Mark Elliott, great songwriter. It sounds like it's going to be a funny song, and it's a sad song, and you can do whatever you want with it. Guess we should have gone to Florida. She said that's where old folks go to die. And at 83, we're both just spring chickens. We should be living out the best years of our lives. You said let's go up to the mountains, take a drive where the air is cool and clear. There's a blizzard now, this car is going nowhere. Maybe December was the wrong time of the year. Isn't it all so romantic? In the backseat of a car like we were kids. I could lie next to you here forever, watching the snow come down. It's been almost a week, it's getting colder. Who knows what tomorrow's love will bring? Maybe we should get a little closer, just in case they don't find us till the spring. Isn't it all so romantic? In the backseat of a car like we were kids. I could lie next to you here forever, watching the snow come down. You and I have watched the world go round, but it never passed us by. Now that we have seen the mountains, I can't wait to see the other side. Isn't it all so romantic? In the backseat of a car like we were kids. I could lie next to you here forever, watching the snow come down. I could lie next to you here forever, watching the snow come down. Just watching the snow come down.
I'm going to pop in and tell you that Alan Land sends regards from San Diego via Facebook, and he says he loves your weird songs too.
Thanks. I love his weird songs too.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you,
he says
Alan.
he's probably the only Southern California singer-songwriter who's covered that song.
He did. That's right. He did cover it.
And
Awesome.
Peter Daldry also is checking in and saying it's great to hear that you're coming out with a new CD.
Yay.
So you're
Well,
committed
thanks,
now.
Peter. And I've got some friends who said they were going to be listening in Scotland at the Oogie Folk Club, but it's 3 in the morning there right now.
Oh, they're out.
They're
away.
They just finished drinking in the pubs, and you know how it is. So hello to Peter and everybody at the Oogie. Thank you guys for listening. I'm so excited. I'll do one more here. I talked about Sammy, my daughter. When we brought her home from the hospital, she was born about a week before Christmas, and then she had to stay in the hospital a few days. So we brought her home on Christmas Eve, or the night before Christmas Eve. And I remember carrying her into the house, this little teeny bundle. I'd never even held a baby before. And our Charlie Brown Christmas tree was sitting on the table, and I was standing in front of the Christmas tree with her. There's a picture of that. Thinking, what do I do now? Where's the owner's manual? And there wasn't. This song came out of that. And of course, thanks Greg and Bev for doing this and having me on. This is awesome. It's you and me and this Christmas tree, the silence of the night. Newborn form here in my arms, not just any holy night. What child is this? A miracle, this gift the angels did bring. Wondering what I have to give, then I hear the angels sing. This is the first day of the rest of your life. Everything's different and new. This is the first day you'll get it right. Joy to the world, a new life's come to you. Gazing at your tiny face as you stare into the lights, wondering what you think you see as I say to you tonight. This is the first day of the rest of your life. Everything's different and new. This is the first day you'll get it right. Joy to the world, a new life's come to you. Love came down at Christmas time. The light of love is here. If I could bring you just one gift, it would be for you to hear that this is the first day of the rest of our lives. Everything's different and new. This is the first day you'll get it right. Joy to the world, a new life will come to you. Joy to the world, a new life, me and you. Thank you.
Thanks. Stay here. I'm going to have you do another one. We're refining our format, and we're discovering that we actually have more time for songs than we thought. But I want to let you know before we do that what we're trying to do this advertising free. So we're using the Ustream platform, which normally would have not only things going along here, but every so often they would just like decide you didn't need to hear that song in its entirety, and you would be faced with an ad. So we're getting rid of the advertising so that you can hear all of the songs all the way through. But we would love help with that. So if you like what you're seeing and hearing, and you'd like to help us keep the stream advertising free, we'd love for you to do an annual subscription of either $10 or $25, or really whatever you can would be awesome. On our website, on the Webcast website, the TrueWind Music website, there is a subscription, a store page where you can sign up for an annual subscription. For a $10 subscription, we'll send you a TrueWind Music Listen Beyond the Obvious sticker, and for your $25 subscription, we'll send you a t-shirt which on the front says TrueWind Music
Woohoo!
up here, and on the back says Listen Beyond the Obvious.
It's just like that.
It's just like this. Because what we're trying to do is spread the word that there's all kinds of wonderful independent music that just goes beyond what you hear on Clear Channel Radio. And spreading the message person by person is really the best way to do that, and kind of the only way to do that. So we'd love your help with that. Steve Kritzer has wonderful CDs available on cdbaby.com. If you go to cdbaby.com and just do a search on Steve Kritzer, you will see all of them. He has an excellent Christmas CD if you're looking for Christmas music for your player this season, called Mandolin Christmas. And grab that one for the season. And I also want to tell you, those of you who are listening on Facebook, there's a, right below your Facebook window where we are, right? It says Facebook up there. Right below is where you can talk to other people that are on Facebook listening and watching the webcast. And you have the option, there's a little box where you can click share to Facebook or not. So if you're saying, hi Bev, you might want to unclick the box that says share to Facebook, because if you keep the box clicked, then all of your Facebook's friends will see that you just said hi Bev. Anyway, little Facebook lesson. So that's how you can talk to us and talk to other people that are watching on Facebook.
Cool.
And all kinds of stuff. So
This is so exciting.
yeah, it's new and fun. And if you're watching on Ustream, on the Ustream site, there is a chat window, and I've got that up if you want to talk that way. All right? Why don't we hear one more song? We got another one, and then Greg and I will come up and join you for a rip-roaring last song. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. I believe Sammy's listening, so the wonder of the internet. That's so awesome. She's at home listening tonight. And I mentioned I go to Ireland. I'll keep this particular story short. Sometimes I lengthen it. But I go to Northern Ireland, and I landed there by circumstance and found some of the most wonderful people. It's a place that not everybody typically would have gone as a tourist to Ireland, because there was a lot going on there for about 20 years. And there's one road called the Falls Road that runs through one part of Belfast that a lot of the violence and a lot of the things that were going on, they called the Troubles, were going on. And when I first started going there, it was run down and people were still scared, and the neighborhoods were separate. And they're still like that a little bit. They're getting better, but the next generation seems to be finding a way to make a bridge. And that's what this song is about, especially at Christmas time. It's called The Light at the End of the Falls. This dirty old town, memories around every bend. People pass by, you can see in their eyes, dream of a nation again. Children are starting to laugh once more. There's a peace that's fragile and small. Darkness last. Falls could be quiet for the first time in years, and there's a prayer for a peace that will last. The children are starting to laugh once more. There's a peace that's fragile and small. Darkness is lifting, destiny cries. By the mercy of God, there's a light at the end of the falls. Yeah, by the mercy of God, there's a light at the end of the falls. Thank you.
As we emerge from backstage.
I love that song. I love all of the songs. Oh. This is one of our favorite things to do is make music with our friends, and so we want to include that in the format. So we talked about what we want to do and tossed some things around, and Steve came up with an awesome idea. So we're going to close with that, and thank you all very much for being here. I just on Facebook, I was just saying to message me if you're interested in being on a weekly email list to remind you of future webcasts and let you know who's going to be coming. So if you're not on Facebook, just go to the TrueWindMusic.com website, and there's a place there to sign up for that weekly email list. We'll get that started pretty quick. Next week's guests are Claudia Russell and Bruce Kaplan. And we're really excited about them coming down. We love hanging out with them. We always have fun, and it's going to be a really fun time. So this coming Tuesday night, December 13th, same time, same place. Claudia Russell and Bruce Kaplan, and Barnett and Greg Newlon. Thank you so much, Steve Kritzer, for being here. We're going to go out with this song that Steve suggested.
This is a song by an amazing songwriter named Matt Maher. And the word love gets thrown around this time of year a lot. So there's a little different take on that word, that subject, I guess. It don't have a job. It don't pay your bills. Won't buy you a home. Beverly Hills. It won't fix your life in 5 easy steps. Ain't the law of the land or the government, but it's all you need. Here we go. And love will hold us together, make us a shelter, weather the storm. And I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. That's right. It's waiting for you, knocking at your door. In the moment of truth, in your heart hits the floor, and you're on your knees, and love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm. And I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. Play great. This is the first day. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark, you can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. Yeah, it's gonna be alright. Love will hold us together. And love will hold us together, make us a do pretty good for a couple of amateurs, you know?